We're done with hectic, we're done with tired. It's a new season and we want calm. This is by far one of my favorite topics to talk about, so I'm gonna try to keep this as short as possible, but honestly, I think that it is so important to actively and intentionally pursue a balanced life. And that doesn't mean that it's gonna look like a perfect little schedule of work and complete relaxation at home. That's not realistic. We have things to do in both places and different kinds of energies that are needed from us in work and at home. And that's fine. The idea is really to create a rhythm for your life that works for you, that allows you to wake up energized every day and just feel like at most times during the day, you can put your best foot forward. There are 5 things that you can basically apply right now to get a little bit of that balance back. So without further ado, grab your cup of coffee and let's get started. I know, I started with a big one, I'm sorry. And this seems like a huge thing for you to start applying, but it doesn't have to be. A wind down routine can go from a 3-hour evening routine to a 15-minute things I do before bedtime. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. All you need is to set apart some time for you to rest, relax, and recharge. That's it. Whatever that means to you. And I'm sure that it doesn't mean 5 hours of Netflix. Let's just put that out there. Or 5 hours of scrolling. Make it a habit to clock out from work. And that literally means having 2 to 3 things that you do at the end of your workday in order to close the book, set it aside until tomorrow, and just be able to take some time after that to enjoy a little bit of your life. Do something a little bit fun for you, do something a little bit indulging, actually relax and kind of slow your mind down by doing any activities that allow you to do that. So reading, meditating, working out, going on a walk, watching a movie, having a quiet dinner, like cooking, anything that actually completely disconnects you from the activities that you do at work. And the idea is not for you to create an extensive list of things you need to do in the evening. That's the opposite of what we want. We want less responsibilities. But for you to kind of organize your evening and plan out more or less how on a daily basis you transition from working into relaxing. So every single day after I'm done studying, I do my little clock out routine in which I kind of plan the study day for tomorrow and completely like just leave the computer back where it belongs. And then I go into my kitchen and I start doing something, either cleaning or putting away the dishes or cooking if I need to cook for that evening, but something. And that kind of gets my body moving and it gets me into this mindset of, okay, we're done with office or work mode and we're on home mode. And that doesn't mean I'm not gonna do anything productive. That just means that I can now focus guilt-free, peacefully, presently in the rest of my life. Number 2, plan your weeks more wholesomely. What does this really mean? Basically, just make sure you're planning for all different areas of your life whenever you're actually planning your week, not just your work week. Make sure that in your entire weekly view, you are including your personal life and the things that are gonna allow you to kind of replenish your energy and make sure that you stay sane, happy, motivated, energetic, blah, blah, blah. For example, you can plan for things like all your health basics. At what time am I going to sleep? What time am I waking up every single day? If that changes on the daily. Working out. When am I going to work out? When am I going to fit in a little movement every single day? Is it going to be at the same time every day? Do I have to book classes? Any of that. Plan a little bit of what you're going to eat. Have at the very least just an idea of the things that you can cook written down on a piece of paper. That's more than enough to get you started so that you're not just feeding through this whole other part that is life and giving all of your energy solely to work, right? These things make you, number 1, healthier and happier, but number 2, more productive. If you don't give yourself, your body, your mind, your soul time, then you'll be so depleted you won't have time to actually focus on the things that make you money or any personal projects really. One thing that really helped me is to plan in something that I can look forward to every week. So something leisurely fun, an activity that I enjoy, a date night maybe. Number 3, and this is probably my favorite, automate everything, or as much as you can. Automation, if you don't know what that means, is basically creating a system for something, and the ultimate goal is to either to be able to delegate it or to create a system that kind of does it automatically. That's where it comes from. But there are many ways that you can adapt this into your life. So what I really mean is look at all the things that are taking time in your life. Grocery shopping, cooking, doing little errands that you have to run, things that you do repeatedly that take time. How can you make those, number one, more efficient, and number two, way more automatic? Like, how can you create a system that just does it as much as possible for you and with a lot less friction? How can you make it easy for yourself? Oh my God, does it take up all of that mental clutter? There are so many things that we do every single day on repeat, and so many little things to do them, that as much friction as you can eliminate, that is what's saying that's happening in your brain. There's so much less in your brain when you know that, number one, things are handled or will be handled at some point, and number two, things are easy. To make this a little bit more practical, some of the things that you can do is, if you have habits that you're trying to do every day, take into account the 20-second rule. This is the idea that it should take you less than 20 seconds to be able to do that habit. Classic example, if you want to play the guitar every day, if it takes you more than 20 seconds to grab your guitar and play, it's going to be really hard for you to implement a new habit. If you're working out every morning and you have to go and pick an outfit, do that the night before so that it takes you less than 20 seconds to just grab your outfit. Little things like that. For everything that you can in your life, create a routine. This is just so much easier. This is the order in which I do this, A, B, C, done. Use shortcuts. Oh my goodness, this is like, I have to make an entire video about this, but just to show you really quick, I have an entire screen of shortcuts that take me through the things I do repeatedly. So to give you an example, I have one that says clean. This will automatically set a timer for a given amount of time, put my cleaning playlist, and it'll open up my tasks. Every single day, I would have to do that by myself, like do all those 3 things. Now I just click that shortcut, does it automatically. I have one for filming, and so on. So shortcuts, huge game changer in terms of productivity and just eliminating so much friction in doing the things that you do every single day or repeatedly throughout the week. Oh, here's another big one. Do your groceries online. Guys, I don't know how people don't do this. This is a shocker to me. It used to take me like 2 hours every single week to make my grocery list, go to the supermarket, blah, 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 you know the deal. It takes me 30 minutes now. I literally have a 12-week meal plan, and then I do it online, and I just go pick them up, and it's free in my Publix. So amazing. This doesn't sound fun. This is not a sexy tip, but it is so helpful, mainly to eliminate a bunch of like unnecessary stress and overwhelm. Make it a habit to check in with your mental state and your to-do list every single day. I'm not gonna dive deep into this, but basically the daily check-in is what I call the 10 minutes in the morning that I take to journal a little bit, get my thoughts out of my head, and basically plan my day. I have an entire video dedicated to my daily check-in that I'll pop in the description and somewhere over here, so you guys can watch that. This has been the most life-changing thing I have done in my entire life, because there is so much junk in our head. We talk to ourselves so much in mostly non-positive ways, and having a moment every single day to check in with yourself, get rid of that garbage, put it on paper, move on, and actually make a plan for how you're gonna tackle the day. Wow, life-changing. Just go watch that video after this one. Okay, we're down to the last one. This one I got from a book. I think it's called The Sweet Spot. And the basic idea is, for everything you do in your life, find what your go-tos are. I need to cook a quick meal. I always have protein pasta, chicken, and red sauce in my pantry. There we go. Quick, healthy meal in 20 minutes. That's my go-to quick dinner. And I have multiple of these. Do you need to work out? What's the go-to 20-minute workout that you have in your back pocket that you love, that you know you're gonna enjoy when you don't have time? You have to plan your entire week because you feel super disorganized. What is the go-to 2 or 3 things that you can do when you don't have time to do your entire routine? The idea of your go-tos is to use them as little tools that you have in your back pocket when life gets a little bit out of hand. It doesn't mean that this is what you're gonna do every day. It doesn't mean that this is where your bar is. It just means that when you're in a pickle, this is what you're gonna use, and you don't have to think about it, and you know that it works. The next time that you run into a situation where you feel like you don't have a go-to, like you need a quick solution, think about it and try to now create one, and just have that in the back of your mind so you know that this is something you can rely on. Trust me, life-changing. And your bare minimums are basically the bare minimum that you're okay with in any area of your life. So to give you an example, my bare minimum amount of hours I can sleep, let's say, is 7 hours. If I sleep less than that, I will be a cranky, not the best version of myself kind of person. Sometimes there won't be a choice and you won't be able to sleep more than 7 hours, but you know where your limits are. The bare minimum amount of time I need to work out in a week, the bare minimum of water I need to drink, the bare minimum of reflection I need to do in order to kind of keep me sane and whatever. There's a bunch of different things and areas in your life that kind of need a little bit of work every single day to maintain this state of balance and happiness and fulfillment, right? So try to think about a little bit what that bare minimum is so that on a hectic week or on a busy day, you can squeeze in those bare minimums without a lot of like friction and without feeling guilty and with the mindset that something is better than nothing all the time. And the reason why this is so helpful in creating a more balanced life is that we're so focused on the perfect week, perfect schedule, the perfect workout routine that we're gonna do every single day, right? We're focused on our best version all the time. And when that fails, we start to fall apart a little bit. So when you have these tools in your back pocket to know that you can get by well, happy, without falling apart by just putting in or using your bare minimums and go-tos every now and again, there's so much less stress and so much less expectations and demands that you're putting on yourself for the day-to-day. I hope that makes sense. Okay, and we got a bonus one. You know, guys, I can never stick to the number that I say on the video. So here we go. If I were to give you, I think one of my biggest advice is to just create a weekly schedule. And what that means is know what days, time of the day that you're going to do a certain thing most of the time. Quick example, I do my laundry between Sunday and Monday. I go to the grocery store Mondays. I do all my admin work Friday. You know, like little things like that. So when you have kind of figured out the slots of time in your week in which you will most of the time do certain tasks that happen repeatedly, then you don't have to worry about them. And so much of calm and balance comes from knowing that things will get done when it's time to get them done. Hey guys, so I was editing this video, and actually the next video that I am filming and putting up on my channel is gonna be about how to create your own weekly schedule, you know, all the things. So in case you're interested, stay tuned, subscribe. Hope you enjoy it. And that is it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, all the things, you know how it is. I really enjoyed filming this one. This is something I'm deeply passionate about. So please let me know any questions, any suggestions, any other videos that you would like to see from me in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, you might like that daily check-in video that I told you because, oh my God, is that life-changing. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. I'd say this is my bare minimum. One pizza a week.